I just finished decorating my front porch for fall, and now I'm going to show you how I plan ahead for next summer. The first thing I do is I gather up all my plants that I want to use for next season. I primarily use geraniums, which is what you see here. I do have some asparagus fern. This is one. And then coleus. Let's see, I have a couple succulents. I don't have too many of those. I do not have a horticulture degree. My degree is actually in education. But these are things that I've done for several years now, and they work. I read a lot of garden books and get ideas that way as well. I'm going to real quick tell you the difference between this here is what is called a seed geranium. A seed geranium is a little bit different than what is called a zonal geranium. And I'm pretty sure this is a zonal geranium, but I'm not 100% sure. So I do know for sure that this big guy here, this one is a zonal geranium for sure, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, the leaves are thicker. This here is what's called a zonal geranium, and this is a seed geranium. Now, the reason I have both of these is for different reasons. But what I want to tell you about overwintering your geraniums is primarily done with your zonal geranium. A zonal geranium is hardier. It's pretty thick leafed, bushier. Your seed geranium has a fairly thin leaf. Throughout the growing season, it doesn't get as big and bushy as that guy right there. That's my nice one that I've had for a couple years now. And so basically with these, they live their life. They're an annual pretty much. They live their life, they're done, and the sad thing is I end up throwing it away. But I do buy them a lot of times. Here's a whole bucket of them for an instant gratification kind of thing. When you buy them, they have lots of flowers, they're immediately red. If I'm decorating for the 4th of July or something and I want to know that I'm going to have blooms that day, I'll buy these basically so that I know for sure I'm going to have plenty of blooms. Actually, before I bring my geraniums into the screened-in porches, I water them all really well. Soak them, give them a really good water, because for the rest of the season I'm really not going to water them very much. And then I take my geranium, and this is the part that really is torturous for me, because I've been fertilizing them, taking care of them. Most of them look amazing right now, and then I go and I take my trimmers, which these are the worst ones I have, but they're what I found this morning, so I trim them up. So I can store them. And then I take this pot you see here, and I put it in my garage, and I basically forget about it all winter. I will write on the calendar 3 or 4 times on the calendar, a couple weeks apart, to go check on them. That way I go out, look at them, see if they're okay. I do water them a tiny bit when I check on them, but I don't do a heavy watering. It's usually pretty small amounts of water. So now I'm going to grab a box of tissues, because like I said, this is torture for me to cut. But I'm going to grab my tissue and start cutting. Have a good day.